Identical twins want to marry the same man so he can father their future children. Anna and Lucy DeCinque from Perth, Australia are dubbed the most identical twins in the world. Well, it turns out that they do more than just dress alike, go to the same places, and have the same hairstyles. They actually have a more significant mutual interest, a man named Ben. The 34-year-old twins made a jaw-dropping announcement about a year ago about the future of their relationship with their longtime boyfriend, 34-year-old Ben. That's right, there. Ben is the boyfriend of both Anna and Lucy. Their unusual story understandably gained widespread attention around the world. The twins, who tend to speak at the same time and finish each other's sentences, explained how Ben lived with them and their mother of all people. Believe it or not, their mother is actually supportive of the relationships her daughters each have with Ben. This is a detailed look into the life and relationship Anna and Lucy and their rather bizarre life choices. Identical twins Anna and Lucy DeCinque have been best friends since they came into this world on July 19, 1985. Not only did their lives begin together, but so did their unbreakable bond. But still, no one could have expected just how much these twins' lives would mirror one another, and how far they were actually committed to achieving identical realities. The ladies earned the title of the most identical twins in the world when they were on a Japanese game show in 2015. The DeCinque twins created a media frenzy for what turned out to be the most shocking aspect of their extremely close bond, the fact that they shared the same boyfriend. What in their lives led them to that relationship, and what is this trio planning for the future? Since Anna and Lucy were born, they haven't left each other's side. Growing up, it's totally common to dress your children, especially twins, similarly. But these twins grew up wearing identical outfits well into their teenage and adult years, past the normal years that twins dress alike. They also went to the same school, took the same classes, and later on signed up to the same beauty school. Anna and Lucy's own parents couldn't even tell them apart sometimes. They described the frequent mix-ups in an interview, explaining how their father, Luigi, would ask them, "You're which one?" And that was just the beginning of such a mystifying double life, as their lives took a huge turn. Over the years, Anna and Lucy's obsession with being as identical as possible only intensified. They decided to live together and even share the same bed. They share the same phone and the same social media accounts. As we can see, they also dress the same and refuse to leave their home without the other. Their daily routine is completely enmeshed together, so much so that they even share the same job. Anna and Lucy work at a nursing home, and when one feels like taking the day off, the other one steps in. They say that they established this arrangement to share their work equally, but these two took sharing is caring to a whole new level. When Anna and Lucy became full-grown adults, their eating habits took a turn for the worse, becoming a huge obstacle in their lives. Not only do they go about their everyday activities together, but they also commit to looking exactly the same. That means maintaining the same size of clothing. To achieve that, Anna and Lucy make sure that their exercise and eating habits are completely in sync. When they go to restaurants, they order the exact same meal, and when they eat, they consume the same amount, right down to the crumbs. Lucy said in an interview, "When she feels full, I feel full too. When she stops eating, I stop eating." The two even make sure to take the same number of steps every day and make sure to burn the same amount of calories. Yes, it's absolutely an obsession, but it's amazing to see how devoted these women are to maintaining such a lifestyle. When Anna and Lucy were young, their parents were able to sometimes tell them apart by their very minute differences. But as they grew older, their mom and dad simply couldn't differentiate between their daughters anymore. Those early small differences disappeared. A big reason for the confusion is that the sisters have reportedly paid $250,000 in cosmetic surgeries and procedures to ensure that they look exactly the same, although they were identical to begin with. The twins have also disputed that amount, too. Their journey to make themselves duplicates began in their 20s when they got their lips filled. Since the lip fillings, Anna and Lucy continued with more procedures, revealing details behind the facial tattoos of their eyebrows, doing their eyelashes and hair extensions, and of course the breast implants. But after all these procedures, the twins opened up about their regrets concerning their cosmetic decisions. They claimed that one of them, Lucy, died for a minute during a botched anti-aging treatment called cryotherapy. Yes, it's as strange as it sounds. Lucy came back to life after dying during the treatment, that freezing temperatures to restore and tighten the skin. The twins claimed that Lucy temporarily died when she was starved of oxygen as the treatment she was doing suddenly went wrong. Anna explained how it was the second time they did the treatment after the first time went smoothly. "But we had a bad feeling that day," explained Anna, who broke down in tears as she recounted the story. She went in. "You are meant to check on people." The woman was saying, "Lucy, Lucy, are you okay?" "I've never gotten over this," said Anna. "I remember seeing Lucy on the floor, unconscious." Lucy stated, I was dead for a minute." Lucy told how Anna blames herself and that she suspected her head slipped into the liquid nitrogen. They were then sent to a hospital and were given the all clear. The twins, with their same exact style and taste, buy two of everything and choose to match their daily outfits. But their huge wardrobe somehow doesn't include even one pair of pants. They say they prefer not to wear pants or shorts, no matter what the occasion is. The sensational twins decided to take their love for fashion online. Anna and Lucy started their own YouTube channel, letting the fans witness their bubbly personalities and the mirror images of each other. It didn't take long for them to gain a social media following, but it wasn't until they made a huge announcement that the girls found themselves a part of viral fame. Absolutely, Anna and Lucy are pretty much indistinguishable from one another, but there are still some slight differences between the two. For example, one way to tell them apart is to know that Lucy always likes to be on the left side, her left. She was also born a minute before Anna, which makes her just a tiny bit older than her. Lucy prefers to sit in the back seat of their car for some reason, as Anna takes the driver's seat. There's actually more than that. Lucy happens to be the more financially savvy of the pair and is therefore responsible for handling their budget. But while Lucy thrives as their financial planner, neither of them were prepared for what brought them their newfound fame. A part of living a life in doubles is being on the dating scene. Going out on dates can be difficult for anyone, so just imagine how it was for these two women. You can take that anxiety and double it. When the time came for Anna and Lucy to start dating as adults, things got a little, complicated. In the past, the twins dated men separately, but they found that it didn't work well because the men just couldn't understand their enmeshed lifestyle. Lucy explained they wanted to separate us and they wanted to take us out separately. And we were like, no, we always want to be together. It just got too hard. So they tried something new, which caught the world's attention. After being unsuccessful in the dating scene, seeing different men, Anna and Lucy realized that dating the conventional way was a little too complicated. But it all changed one day when they met the man of their dreams on Facebook. The twins described on their YouTube channel how they met their boyfriend, Ben Byrne. While Anna and Lucy exposed all kinds of details about their lives on their YouTube channel, they chose not to expose too much about Dear Ben. What they did reveal, though, is that he's a mechanic by day. It also turns out that Ben is a twin of his own. He has a fraternal twin brother. Small world, huh? Anna and Lucy told their online fans that Ben is the first man they ever shared. On their first date with Ben, each of them felt fireworks. Anna recalled how they both kissed Ben, who is clearly living some sort of fantasy, on their first date. She thought this is going to go somewhere, and it did. In 2014, the twins started seeing Ben in secret for several months. Then they made an announcement on Australian TV that they were, in fact, dating the same man. The story obviously went viral, and in no time, Anna and Lucy were making all kinds of TV appearances, and their social media following skyrocketed. but there's more to the story. In many relationships, the issue of jealousy tends to come up sometimes, and you would think this would especially be so in this bizarre situation with twins dating the same man. But nope, not with this trio. Apparently the twins have defied any speculations of jealousy, swearing that there is absolutely no jealousy or any hard feelings whatsoever in their relationship. Full disclosure, the three share a king-sized bed with Ben in the middle, and when they watch movies, he holds both of their hands. They always come as a party of three wherever they go. According to Anna and Lucy, Ben considers himself a lucky man, and that their relationship is unlike any they've had in the past, but I think that goes without saying. Ben has found himself in a very new situation. He's never dated two women before, let alone two completely identical women. According to the twins, he adjusted to their lifestyle quite nicely. When he makes them food, he gives them the exact same amount, just the way they like it. He even knows to measure their orange juice, so they both get the same amount. The twins describe their bond with Ben as a beautiful relationship. They say he understands their need to be together at all times. Ben has gotten so adept at dating the duo that he can tell who is who when on the phone. However, despite Ben's commitment to the women, it hasn't always been smooth sailing. After years spent falling in love with Ben, both Anna and Lucy decided that they wanted to take the next big step in their relationship. In 2016, after 5 years of being with Ben, the twins announced on their YouTube channel that they will be getting married to Ben. In the video announcement, Anna said that they finally found someone that they can really connect with. They also claim to have definitely found their soulmate. We really have. Naturally, the announcement came as a shock to viewers and was even met with some outrage. Could such a union even be legal? Well, the trio were going to find out. Their engagement was announced in late 2016, but the brides-to-be have yet to announce a wedding date or location. And that's probably because after doing some digging, they realized that they can't, by law, get married. At least not in Australia. The issue standing in their way is that in their country, such a marriage is considered polygamist, a union that has been banned since 1961 under the Australian Marriage Act. But the trio are still hoping. If we can change the law and the government, we'd love to marry Ben. I mean, love is love. We're all adults. We should be able to marry the same man. We're not hurting anyone, and this is what works for us, Anna said in an interview. Since their engagement announcement about 4 years ago, they revealed a little bit more about their atypical relationship, as well as their wedding plans. It comes as no surprise that these fashion-obsessed twins want to design their own custom wedding gowns, matching of course, and their gowns will pair with their matching engagement rings chosen by Ben. But based on the country's marriage laws, the three might have to make some compromises if they're going to achieve their dream wedding. They have declared that one Australian law won't stop them, so the twins have taken to other resources to ensure that their dream union becomes a reality. They went online. In a video they posted on their YouTube channel, Anna and Lucy asked their fans to leave comments and suggest places where they could technically get married as a trio. And this post was the catalyst for what the twins later came up with. They thought of a pretty unlikely location to exchange their vows. The twins said that they're considering heading to Tucson, Arizona for the wedding ceremony. Polygamy is actually also banned in the state of Arizona, but there is reportedly no punishment for the act. To be on the safe side, couples can choose to do a spiritual union in the state, which isn't legally recognized but still performed. With the obstacles they faced and all the judgment online, Anna, Lucy, and Ben have stayed strong in their commitment to one day get married. But all the online chatter forced Lucy and Anna to continually explain their relationship. I think it's beautiful. It's not weird to us. It will never be, and we're happy with it, Anna declared. The twins have explained to their viewers that what they love most about Ben is how he understands their deep sisterly bond, and he has no desire to change anything about them. But finding a place to officially tie the knot is only one obstacle in this challenging predicament. There is still a bunch of other issues that come up in such an unconventional union. So far, Anna and Lucy managed to live their lives in sync. But here comes some more challenges. Both of them want to get pregnant one day, and since they like to do everything in sync, they want to get pregnant at the exact same time. But most people know, especially when it comes to having children, that things don't go exactly as planned. We want to experience pregnancy together. We want our bodies to look the same because we're so close, they said. Anna, Lucy, and Ben know that this is a pretty complicated thing to achieve, but apparently there's someone else who is weighing in on their pregnancy plans, and it's someone who actually lives with them. As if their three-person relationship wasn't strange enough already, the trio has a fourth roommate, Anna and Lucy's mother. That's right, they live with their mother and shared boyfriend under the same roof. And as it turns out, she's super supportive of her daughter's unique relationship. Apparently, she has been encouraging them to get pregnant in unison and also to have natural births. So what does their mom think about her future son-in-law? Well, the twins say she's very accepting. According to the twins, during arguments, their mom always takes his side. By the way, their mother is actually a mother of 3, as the twins have an older sister. I wonder what she has to say about her twin sisters. It's got to the point now where we're searching for flaws in each other. At the first sign of something we don't like, we start saving to fix it, because we want to have porcelain skin. The twins mentioned how they get called plastic figures and that people say they have wrecked themselves, but Lucy said that they have thick skin. The mini surgeries are painful, but we get excited for the end result and the boost it gives our confidence. Included in their 2 weeks of procedures, the $5,000 shopping list included skin needling, mole removal, pixel lasering, lip filling, and tattooing and eyebrow tattooing. They were left with blood-red, swollen faces and were sleep-deprived after 14 nights of pain. Nurofen was our new best friend, Anna laughed. She was the one who got the ball rolling after finding 7 moles on Lucy's back that, she said, needed removing. During the 14-day list of procedures, there were days where they weren't allowed outside and were banned from showering or even sweating. They spent nights sleeping in front of a fan because it felt like their faces were on fire. Anna said, "I'd wake up and say, 'Oi, is your face hot?' and Lucy would agree, before waking me and asking the same thing a bit later. After their skin needling, Ben wasn't allowed to kiss them. No kissing, no smiling, just ice packs for a while. Doctor's orders." While they admitted that it hurt to smile after the pixel lasering because their skin was so swollen and tight and felt like they had bubble faces, they claimed that it was still worth it. When they gave an interview, still not fully recovered from their surgeries, the sisters already started saving for their next appointments with the surgeon. "We love the limelight and making an impression," Lucy admitted. The twins even commissioned fan cards to give to the hordes of admirers who would approach them in public. "We're definitely addicted to surgeries and we're not ashamed to admit it." Well, that's what they said back then, but times have changed and regrets started to pour in. After shelling out tons of cash on getting multiple plastic surgeries and cosmetic procedures done to look even more alike, including 14 procedures in just 2 weeks, Anna and Lucy say they aren't ashamed of what we have done, but they are, however, living with regrets about their transformations. "What we thought was beautiful, we now find ugly," they explained in an interview with an Australian magazine. The twins don't plan on getting lip injections anymore as they prefer to revert to a more natural look. They also removed their eyebrow and lip tattoos. They admitted on TV that they felt a bit embarrassed about how they ended up looking after their procedures. The twins are aware that their lifestyle doesn't exactly lead to an easy life. They are open and honest with their fans and speak about the not-so-easy things. They vent about other issues that come up by trying to match one another. Anna and Lucy have expressed how hard it is for them to stick to their pedantic routines. "It's kind of hard to live our lives," they said in unison. But Anna and Lucy aren't the only ones who feel a little pressure due to their unorthodox lifestyle. Their fiancé also occasionally feels the heat. "There's a lot of pressure on Ben, but it's all up to him," the twins said. Think about it, it's hard enough to give one person the feeling of being loved and secure. So imagine how it must be to give two partners the same amount of love and commitment. While some might praise the guy for his situation, Anna and Lucy admit that it does add pressure for Ben to have to please, love, and comfort both of them equally. And that's on top of all the tasks he has to perform twice, like plating identical amounts of food, for instance. And that's just one example. Ben, therefore, feels like his hands are full at times, and I don't think anyone can blame him for that. Well, other than the fact that he chose to get in and stay in this situation. Despite the hardships, Anna and Lucy still say that Ben is one of a kind. He is, in fact, the first man to truly accept them and their matching lives. He tells them that he loves them more because they choose to live in such a way. Ben accepts us. He does not mind that we dress alike and want to be together all of the time. We always have each other's backs and want to be together. There is one thing, though, that Ben will not participate in, the online hullabaloo. Anna and Lucy's YouTube video views have gone through the roof, and with all the extra attention, many fans want to see a video with the twins' beau, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening. Anna and Lucy do talk to Ben in some of their videos, but he's kept off the camera's view and has yet to appear in one himself. Some of their videos feature their vacations with him, but he somehow manages to always stay out of the shot. The twins teased once that they would bring Ben in a video if they reached 100,000 followers in 3 months, but Ben still refused. Let it be known that the twins are not naive. They acknowledge that people will not agree with their lifestyle, but they claim that they don't care about the haters. If you don't like us, we don't care. We're just living the way we want to live our lives. So what we learned is we're so lucky to have each other, and we are so lucky to be a twin, Anna said.